This is One on One. We are honored to be joined by Houston Person, who is a jazz tenor, saxophonist, record producer, and an icon, a legend in the field of jazz here at NJPAC. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
You were just saying, I said to you, we're taping here at NJPAC most of the day. I said, I'm a little bit tired. And I said, you've traveled all over the world. And you said,
I'm tired.
You're tired. You have more of a right to be. Let me ask you. You grew up in North Carolina?
South
Carolina, that's right.
Yeah.
Got exposed to music at what age?
Early on around, I guess when I came into the world, I was exposed to music. Music was always in my home.
Always?
Yeah. And back then, every home had a piano, and or they play a piano, so to speak. And being a Southerner, you go to church on Sunday. Mm. So I was exposed to music everywhere, and when we had country and western music, so all these different styles of music, and there was nothing else to do but listen to music. So
when does jazz come into it?
When I was around 10 or 11 years old. I wasn't playing an instrument yet, though. I was engaged in sports.
Is that right?
Yeah, I was interested in sports until late high school.
I'm going to jump fast forward. When do you meet and start working with Etta Jones? Etta Jones, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. I had gone to school, and I was around, I'd say around 1968 in Washington, D.C.
30 years, though.
Yeah.
Explain that collaboration.
Well, it was a wonderful collaboration. I always wanted a vocalist with my band, and she was a vocalist without a band. So we sort of met at around the same time, and had the same aspirations, and there were no egos involved. So we stayed together for 35 years.
Wow. You know, jazz.
Yes.
Today versus, say, 30 years ago, 40 years ago, is it the same?
Yes and no. Some of the fun has been taken out of it. And we've left some of the elements. We don't have, some of the musicians don't have an appreciation for all of the elements because, back in the day, for use for another term, people danced to jazz. Mm. And it was the dance music of the time. And you had more fun with it. And it had more of a bluesy point of view, I would say. And now some of those elements are left out. So I think that's the reason that somehow some of the enjoyment, we need to put the enjoyment back in.
Speaking about bringing it back, your quartet is currently touring, and we're one of the headliners during December at the monthly Newark celebration 350 Live at Clement's Place.
Yes.
Named after the great late Dr. Clement Price,
yes.
who we knew very well and was a big part of our world here in Newark and NJPAC. How significant is that?
Well, we came to Newark at the same time.
He came from down south.
Yeah.
He sure did.
And then he got here in, I think it was 68.
Right after the riots, the next year.
I came in 68.
Is that right?
Yep. Right after the riot, and then I lived here for 27 years. And he was a historian,
That's right.
which we don't appreciate too much these days. And he saw in some of those things that I really believe in, such as that Newark is a great city with a great history that most people don't know about.
That's right.
And they don't appreciate the preservation of most of the buildings here in Newark. Can tell you what kind of a city it was. I look at just City Hall. They preserved that. And they had world-class symphony here. And some great people here and great musicians came right here from Newark.
Well, Newark has a great jazz history in the minute we have left, right?
Yeah, and we should know about all this. And he helped expose some of that.
Yeah. We are a part of it as well. Let me ask you this.
Mm-hmm.
You continue to perform, you continue to create at the ripe young age of, I don't know what it is.
I'm 82.
No, you're not, but I'm not buying that.
Hey,
whatever you say you are. But
hey.
Are you really 82?
Why should I tell you? You didn't want to know. Yeah, anyway, I'm 82.
So let me ask you this.
I'll be 82 next week after next, November 10th.
You're just going to keep performing great music, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's a blessing
too late
to
to
be
change
talented.
now.
It's too late. It must be a blessing to be that talented.
Well, yeah, I guess I could accept that.
Well, it's a blessing for us to have you, Houston Person.
Hey, thanks a lot for having me.
Jazz tenor saxophonist, record producer, and just all around very talented person. We appreciate you being with us.
Thank you very much for having me.
Okay. We're at NJ PAC. Stay with us right after this.
The preceding program has been a production of the CAUCUS Educational Corporation and the New Jersey Performing Arts Center in association with NJTV and WNET. Funding for this edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato at NJ PAC has been provided by Prudential Financial's Global Communications Department, NJIT, the Community Food Bank of New Jersey, PSE&G, TD Bank, RWJ Barnabas Health, and by Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield of New Jersey. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area.